Pennsylvania's manufacturing sector has been the backbone of our regional economy here in Southwest PA for decades.
Pennsylvania has over 13,000 manufacturers that contribute $113 billion to Pennsylvania's economy and provide 11% of the Commonwealth's job.
We make a lot of things here, things that make other things. And because of that, our industrial sector is actually the largest sector of greenhouse gas emissions in Pennsylvania.
Industrial emissions from these manufacturing companies represent about 30% of carbon emissions in the region.
We've spent a lot of our efforts so far in addressing the climate problem, thinking about transportation and the power sector. It's really important to think about the industrial sector as well.
RISE PA started off as a really simple and seemingly innocuous idea. There was $4.6 billion available nationally to reduce climate emissions, but it was super open-ended. So I remember being in a meeting and I said, well, hey, why don't we do something for the industrial sector? It's our highest source of emissions. They said, great. How are you going to reduce industrial sector emissions? And I just blurted out, well, we'll have a statewide industrial decarbonization grant program.
I first learned about the program through the Southwest Pennsylvania Decarbonization Forum and the tremendous efforts of the Allegheny Conference and the Pennsylvania Environmental Council, along with the Hillman Foundation. When Louie Krak first presented the RISE PA program, I think we were all on the edge of our seats. I mean, it was really presented in a way that made industrial decarbonization, for some, I think, for the first time, really come alive.
This nearly $400 million in RISE PA funding helps offset the cost of companies' investment in building a sustainable future for those companies.
You really need every tool in the toolbox. Energy efficiency projects are probably the lowest hanging fruit. We'll also be funding electrification projects. So you can think about swapping out natural gas-fired boilers or installing an industrial heat pump.
These projects are incredibly expensive.
These industries are very trade exposed. They're often commodity industries. There's not a lot of money around to make big capital investments. Programs like RISE PA are critical because they can help companies over that hurdle.
The whole goal is to lower that barrier to enable them to make the investments that they want to make, because companies do want to do these projects. If we're able to de-risk some of these early stage projects and technologies, that will pave the way for other companies to follow suit.
Many of the investments that RISE PA is expected to enable have joint benefits, jointly created benefits, both for the climate and for the local environment. In iron and steel, some of the investments that this program could fund potentially could reduce local air pollution by 1/2 to 2/3.
We predict that this funding will create 6,000 new jobs, anything from capturing fugitive emissions, to electrification, to carbon capture and storage. This is not only a win for our environmental future, it's a win for our economic future.
Across the world, we're seeing strict requirements on the carbon emissions that can be associated with products produced in different parts of the world.
Pennsylvania companies can gain a competitive advantage, an international trade advantage, by working proactively now to reduce their emissions.
I'm not familiar with any other program quite like the RISE PA program in any other state. I sincerely hope that this program will become a model.
I think Pennsylvania is really kind of leading the way here, and I think that's why we were selected.
I think we need programs like RISE PA now more than ever to be able to see that climate progress is still being made. You know, I think it gives people hope and a reason to keep making progress in other areas as well.